What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am SadeShanell. I'm a makeup artist in McDonough, Georgia, and we're gonna get right into this tutorial. Matter of fact, before we even get into this, y'all, a little disclaimer: I'm not feeling all that good right now, so if I sound stuffy or any of that, there you go. That's why. Okay, so we just gonna get right into it. So I'm starting off with skin prep, of course. I went ahead and wiped her face with the Noxzema anti-blemish pads, and then I went ahead and sprayed her with my Mario facial spray, and now I'm just moisturizing her skin with some Pond's, making sure that I'm not missing no spots. And eventually you'll see that I go underneath her eyes. I feel like a lot of people miss that, and I think y'all should really, get on that right here. Go underneath them eyes. Make sure that them eyes is nice and hydrated so that you don't have as many creases. Then I'm going in with my NYX matte setting spray just to seal that, kind of seal it in or whatever. And then I'm color correcting with my orange pigment for the under eyes and the lips. Now that I'm done with that, I want to go ahead and put powder on my eyebrows before I even start doing my eyebrows. And the reason why is because when the area is dry and not slippery, the pigment is going to come off way better, and that's what you want. That's what you always want. After that, I'm going in with my Duo Lash Glue, and I'm really just putting that all over my brows. Then later you'll see that I end up brushing the glue through the brows. And the reason why is because this glue is gonna make sure them brows is down. Like, it's gonna make sure them brows is down and not coming up at all. The gel just be a little too greasy for me. I really don't like that. So that's why I go with the glue. I go ahead and set the brows again because now I'm about to start outlining my brows and actually filling them in. So this is why I need it to be dry the most. So I add some more powder. One thing about it, I do not like no brows that point down at the end. I really just do not enjoy that. I feel like that's not really enhancing the face. I feel like in order to get that snatched look, the tail of the brows need to be pointing either toward the ear, toward the side of the face. That's what it need to be pointing to. But when it's pointing down, it gives the opposite of snatch. It's giving something totally different. So here I'm taking my NARS Natural Radiance foundation that matches her skin tone to clean up the top of her brows and get them looking good and snatched. When I'm cleaning up the tail of the brow, instead of going down, I like to stretch the skin and then go up. And the reason why is because it just gives it a cleaner, sharper look. When I'm cleaning up the bottom of the brow, I like to use my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use concealer. And the reason why I like that concealer is because it's super pigmented and it don't dry too fast. I do not like when a concealer dries too fast. That irritates myself. Here I'm taking a small fluffy brush just to blend out everything. The reason why I'm using a small fluffy brush is because I don't want to accidentally mess up my brows after I just sculpted them to the gods. Like, come on now, we can't be taking risks like that. We need detail. So go ahead and get you a small fluffy brush and get to work. It's gonna be flawless. It's gonna be literally smooth like butter. And then once you do the top of the brow, then you can go down and blend out the bottom of the brow too, because we're using the concealer as a base for the eyeshadow. And you're gonna need your fluffy brush again. So yeah, that brush gonna come in handy. When it comes time for me to match the foundation shade, what I like to do is go by the client's chest and then I'll go for there. What I like to do is I like to take a little bit of the shade that I think it is and put it on their cheek. Then I just blend it out. And then if I like it, then I just continue. When doing the foundation, it's so important that it looks skin like. And what I feel like plays a huge role in making sure that happens is your blending and the brush that you're using. So for me, I like to pat and sweep. And then I like to use the angle brushes. So this one right here, this one is like an angle brush. So not your typical like angle brow brush, but this is like a fluffy brush with an angle to it. For the concealer shade, I like to use about 2 to 3 shades lighter than the foundation shade so that it can really give that pop. So right here, I'm going in with some NYX glitter primer or glitter glue. I forget which one it is. But it don't do good for holding glitter. It don't. But it do good for holding some eyeshadow though. I'm not gonna lie. So I like to use that for my eyeshadow primer. This look is gonna be like a soft glam, like a nude soft glam, kind of sorta. It's gonna go from white to brown. It's gonna be real cute, real simple. I'm gonna add some shimmer and y'all gonna see. So for the brown, I went into my Juvia's Place Warriors 2 palette, and then for the other colors, I went into my Morphe palettes.
Truck to the plane, to the truck to the hotel lobby. Me, I go through underground garages, presidential suite on deposit, elevator up to the room, shower up and then we hit the club. Touchdown, gotta see what's up. Area code in my phone. What numbers do I still have? Who do I know from the past? Hit one, she say she got a man. Hit another one, it goes green. Must have changed foes on the.
So don't judge me, but I really did thought I was doing something right here when I was adding this black shadow to the lash line. Like, I think I was trying to give like a blurry look, which would have ate, which was eating, actually it was eating right here, but I went ahead and put liner on top of it, which you'll see in a minute, and it ended up making it sharp instead of blurry. So it essentially defeated the purpose of me even putting the shadow there, but it's okay. Next time, maybe another time, I'll try this look again to get the blurry look that I was trying to go for. For the eyeliner, I'm going in with my Revlon Black is Black Skinny Color Stay Liquid Eyeliner. It's so many words that go into this liner, but this is my jam right here because it's matte and it's dark. It dry fast, and I like that. So if you ain't had it yet, you need to go ahead and try that out, boo. If matte is your thing, boo.
Jury in the safe on arrival, pistol on J for survival. A lot of people gunning for the title, a lot of people trying to take us viral. I'm just trying to have a nice night. The waiter brought a check for the meal. She said, babe, I think there was a typo. Nah, girl, I got it, that's light though. I can show you bigger things than that. It's gonna be a minute till I'm back. Let me get you images that last. Amex had a limit in the past. I had plenty women in the past. I done plenty sinning in the past. You don't need to know, but you can ask. Sticking on your backstage pass, all access, cause you bad. You could go wherever with that ass. Show to the shower, to the truck to the club for the party. You go in first with your girls, cause I don't know who's out there watching. But I do know one thing, though. Women, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day. Maybe we'll someday grow. Till then, I'll sit my drunk ass on that runway, on this one way. 30, baby, won't you meet me by the beam? Early, baby, later, you could show me things. You know what it is whenever I visit. Windy City, she blowing me kisses, no. 30 degrees, way to go, so hold me tight. Will I see you at the show tonight? Will I see you at the show tonight?
For my contour, I like to go in with my black opal foundation stick, and the reason why is because it's overly creamy and it's overly easy to blend. I love that. And they got so many colors, like so many colors. I got a comment about what shades I recommend, and I'm gonna have to say Carab, Nutmeg, and Black Walnut. Those are my most used foundation sticks from them, from Black Opal. Just like look at it. It's just like melting like butter into the skin. I remember when I first started out and I was dealing with cream contour, I just couldn't get the hang of it. But when I got this foundation stick, it just got so much easier. That's when I realized you really got to pick the right products and the right brushes if you want a certain type of look. So recently I've been blending out my concealer with my powder puff. And I didn't used to do that. I didn't know nothing about this. Nobody put me on. I had to just like find out on accident. And I really love it. Like, I love it. It's so pretty. It's so flawless and seamless. And it's not patchy. And that's what I appreciate most about it.
Already fed the poke. Niggas too scared to go. I could've like hands and soap. Get a meat lady drag on the floor. It's a none in the bed that I told. Working hard, we ain't having no hope. Go.
Baby, does he do it for you? When he's finished, does he step back and adore you? I just gotta know. 'Cause your time is money and I won't let him waste it. Oh no, no. Baby, just go with it. 'Cause when you're with me, I can't explain it. It's just different. We can take it slow.
Doing the nose contour is super duper important to the end result of your face. If you want that glam doll edited filtered look, then you're gonna have to master nose contour for sure. And that contour stick I was telling y'all about earlier, the Black Opal, is what's gonna make it easier for you because it's so smooth and it's so pigmented. All you need is like a small little brush, and you just make an open Y on the nose and then blend out the sides like I'm doing right here. And you're gonna be cinchy. You're gonna be in the game for real. So right after I'm done with the nose contour and before I start baking, I go in with a thin layer of loose powder and just go over those concealed areas, especially underneath the eyes, just to make sure that I don't have any creasing going on. For my blush, I'm going in with my Revolution Blush Burst palette. That's kind of hard for me to say, but I'm going in with that palette, and I love this palette down. Like, I think this is my second one so far, and it's gonna always give. To bring warmth to the face and to bring out the contour a little more, I'm going in with my Juvia's Place Bronzer Duo palette in the shade Deep Dark. And I'm just putting that everywhere I contour so that the face doesn't look flat and it has all the dimension that it needs to give filter. Now it's time to put liner on my waterline, and I'm going in with the Inglot Gel Liner Black. And this is my go-to. This is like a staple in my kit. I need it. Now I'm taking my Ruby Kisses liquid eyeliner pen and creating that inner eyeliner. I love that so much. I feel like it gives like a Brat doll effect. It's really pretty. I'm smoking out my waterline with a black shadow, and then I'll also be going in with a burgundy type of shadow. It's time for the lips, and you know I like to set my lips before I even get started so that liner can be as pigmented as possible. This is my liner. I have not posted it to my website yet, but this is my liner. I love this liner so much because it's super pigmented and it's deep and it's super smooth and easy to put on. I love it. Once I line the lips, I like to go in with a small brush and blend it out so that it can have an ombre effect, and it can smoothly transition into the lip color that I'm going to be putting on. So I'm going in with my Flesh Matte liquid lipstick from my SadeShanell Cosmetics line. I love this stuff too. Like, I love all my stuff. I love this because it's the perfect pink. Like, watch when I blend it. This is why I call it flesh matte, because it's gonna be giving flesh matte. Cute, very much cute. Here I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder to dust away all that powder on her face. This powder is the same color as her foundation shade, and this is just going to give it that blurry look, that filter look. It's just really going to make sure it's looking all smooth. Nothing is too sharp, nothing is too harsh. I'm taking a lighter pressed powder here and putting it on a small brush and going over that highlight underneath her brow. And then I'm going to take that same pressed powder and go underneath her eyes. I'm adding more bronzer to her face here just to make sure that the contour didn't get lost underneath all that powder. I want it to be smooth, but I don't want it to be flat. So this is why I go back in and make sure that it's still visible, just not too sharp. I'm doing the same thing here with my blush. I'm really just reinforcing it, making sure that it's showing and it's there. Blush is really so pretty. It just makes it really give it that element, that filter element, that glam element. So blush is that girl. I used to didn't care for it, I'm not gonna lie. But now I'm like, nah, I need that. I'm taking my highlighter from Makeup by Mario. It's in the name Crystal, and I'm just putting that on her cheeks and forehead and chin. Then I'm taking my gloss from my SadeShanell Cosmetics line and just putting that on her lips to give it that perfect shine. I'm taking my highlight by Benefits in the shade Cookie, and I'm just putting that on her nose, and I'm putting a little bit under her brow. Finally, I'm going to be spraying the face with my CT setting spray and my NYX matte setting spray, and then I'll be taking my foundation brush and actually just pressing all the layers together. Just pressing the makeup in. After that, we're pretty much done. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
You with me living life so